Hello everyone, good morning to all. Welcome to you all in my SSC class. In this video, we previously studied our history chapter 1, modern period in Indian history, when, where and how, some parts. So in today's class, we will proceed next topic of this chapter, and today's topic is transition to the modern period. So let's start this video with this topic. So first, I tell you about about of transitional period. So a transitional period, a period of great turbulence and turmoil, as a study of the history of Europe from the 17th to the 19th century, when Europe was passing through its own transition revels. So the disintegration of Mughal Empire in the 18th century was followed by the emergence of the number of smaller regional kingdoms. The period also witnessed the advent of European trades from nations such as Britain, France, Portugal, and the Netherlands entering and establishing their trading ports. During this period, Europe there was great turbulence, war, social churning, chaos, revolutions, intellectual ferments, etc. There were theories of Voltaire, Rousseau, the encyclopedist, etc., which were advanted. It was only after going through this fire that modern society emerged in Europe. Of this, the English and the French companies went ahead and secured a few territories in India in the 18th century. This led to the beginning of the Anglo-French rivalry. It ended with the establishment of the British dominion. The British then began the gradual expansion of their territory. The Battle of Plassey in 1757 and the Battle of Buxar in 1764 gave them complete control of the Bengal province, making it a colony of the British East India Company. The British gradually took over the rule of the entire subcontinent. The modern period in India is generally considered to begin with the establishment of the British rule under the British East India Company. So, dear student, various events changed the world during the modern period of India. Some changes like we will study in topic major development in the world. So some major development are industrial revolution. Before we learn about industrial revolution, we will understood what is industrialization. So what is industrialization? So industrialization is a process that happen in countries when they start to use machines to do work that was once done by people. तो इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन का मतलब होता है कि जो चीज़ें हाथों से तैयार की जाती थी उनकी जगह उनका प्रोडक्शन मशीनों से किया जाने लगा था. सो ये जो डेवलपमेंट था जो वर्ल्ड में, उसमें सबसे पहले इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हुआ, जिसका मीनिंग मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि जो चीज़ें या सामान लोग हाथों से बनाते थे उनकी जगह मशीनों को लाया गया और मशीनों से उन सामानों को तैयार किया जाने लगा. ड्यूरिंग द 18th century, द इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन. So the Indian Revolution was the transition to the new manufacturing process in Europe and United States in the period from about 1760 to sometime between 1820 and 1840. This transition included going from hand production method to machines, new chemical manufacturing and iron production process, the increasing use of steam power and water power, the development of machine tools and the rise of the machinized factory system. The Industrial Revolution also led to an un unprecedented rise in the rate of population growth. During the 18th century, the Industrial Revolution took place in the England. Goods were produced in large quantities by machines in factories. This industrialization spread from Britain to other European countries and people started looking for export market from their finished products. Such market could be found in colonial countries. Colonial countries means a country that was ruled by another powerful country. In the modern period, India called the colonial country because the Great India was under the British rule. So, development in India did not take place in isolation. There were a whole lot of changes taking place all over the globe stimulatingly. During the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution took place in England. Goods were produced in factories with the help of machines. As England's industrial production grew, people started looking for export market for their finished products. Such markets could be found in colonies like India. The spirit of nationalism rose in the 19th century in Europe. Nationalism means the feeling of love and loyalty towards one's own country. It was defined by one's feeling of love and loyalty towards their own country. While this development were taking place in other parts of the world, England tried to consolidate its hold over the Indian territories through centralized administration. The British concept of centralized rule brought political unity in India and thereby fostered the spirit of nationalism in the late 19th century. So, dear student, I hope you all understood uh, development in the world. Next topic of this chapter, sources for studying the history of the modern period, we will study in our next class. Thank you for watching.